Chanchiskadon puta kasabubaka ho 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 ho. Mochaudanga ya fulkir. Paris manaris. Donjonea hakkonong. Mulera yonuna akuchikopa. Chino mulerakin. Chiyoka con mulera. Quien conjo peshak. Nova muleraji.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. In this corner, one of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring injury couldn't end his career. I give you Gerlon Two Fingers. And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the terrace dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger! It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won! Gerlon losing to a rookie. Is this a sign that his injuries have finally caught up with him? Or is the mysterious stranger for real? Only time will tell!
You beat me fair and square, stranger. But if I still had the use of my fingers, you wouldn't have won. Back before my injury, I would have mopped the ring up with you.
Chanchiskadon puta kasabubaka con mulera. Quien conjo peshak. Nova muleraji.
Hava! Uba maska dwana! Ako ci ciopa! Kimba! Oska! Kiska ni...
You know, it's bad enough the Sith conquered this planet. Do they have to come in here, relax, and rub...
Back again? Didn't I make myself clear enough? The senior Sith officers don't like us fraternizing with the locals. Besides, I don't need you lecturing me for my career choice. Don't try to analyze me. I don't think we have much else to say to each other.
Mucho shakapaka. Yiki kun no ba mucho shakapaka.
Isn't this band great? They can't leave.
I wish the off-duty Sith...
No hard feelings, my good man. but I can't really talk with you right now. It's difficult enough to draw the interest of the ladies in this establishment as it is. Surely you understand what I'm talking about. I'd guess you've experienced many lonely evenings. Something I'm hoping to avoid tonight.
Sorry, but I'm not here looking for conversation. I just can't... I don't wear my uniform when I'm off duty. It's not allowed. In fact, anyone in uniform is banned from entering the cantina. The officers don't like it when we show up here off duty. Don't like us fraternizing with the locals, I guess. But it gets pretty stale hanging out around the base all the time. Besides, the Sith don't own me. Being a soldier in their fleet is just a job, you know? A job with long hours and low pay, I might add. When I signed up, I was promised adventure and excitement in exotic locales. Instead, I ended up stationed at a military base on some backwater planet on the fringes of the galaxy. If I could just find some other way to earn some credits, I could give up this lousy job. Retire my uniform, so to speak. Senior officers don't really like it when we start answering questions, you know? They don't want us fraternizing with the locals. Just another perk of the job. No offense, but I probably shouldn't be talking to you anymore. I'm liable to say something that might get me in trouble.
I'm not here to chat. I just finished a long...
This can't...
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it. Yes, what's on your mind? I guess I did say you could ask me questions later, didn't I? Is this really necessary? Pretty snappy with the orders, are we? Okay, you got it. Sir, let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened, from your perspective. Neither was I, to tell the truth. I was on board as an advisor for the most part. The battle began so fast it's anyone's guess as to what actually happened. We lost the ship and a lot of good people. For what? In the hope that the Jedi powers would save us somehow? Not that Bastila had much of an opportunity to act. We didn't choose that battle anyway. It got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. Come to think of it, it's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here, isn't it? I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway? A smuggler? I should have guessed. Isn't it odd, however, that a smuggler who was added to the crew at the last minute just happens to be alive? No? Well, maybe. Don't get me wrong, it just seems odd that someone Bastila's party specifically requested to transfer aboard happens to survive. I'm not trying to be paranoid, it's just that I learned a long time ago that something which looks like a coincidence probably isn't, especially when the Jedi are involved. The Jedi requested numerous things when they came on board, and hell, they practically took over the ship as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, whether you know it or not, your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably wrong, and this is probably nothing, I know. I learned a long time ago not to take things at face value ever, and I hate surprises. I am working with you. I'd be a fool not to. I'd also be a fool not to expect the unexpected. Look, it has nothing to do with you personally. I I don't trust anyone. I have my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them, so can we just keep our mind on more important things? All right. You're pretty damn tenacious. You know that? We'll talk about it, but later. Right now, I just want to get going.
What's this? Another off-worlder? I didn't realize how many of you there were on Taris until this Sith quarantine.
Davik says you missed your last payment.
Well, who does? Who's that teeth? Who does the shit?
Here, I've got 50 credits, a down payment. That should buy me some time, right?
Sorry, you're out of time. Now it's all or nothing. Davik can't have people not paying his debts.
But I don't have that much. How can I give you credits I don't have?
Who does the shit? Who's that teeth? Here, father, you read the truth in your underfoot.
No, help! Somebody help! They're going to kill me!
I know we have to be careful about drawing attention to ourselves, but are we going to just let them drag this guy off?
Hold on a second. Looks like we got ourselves a witness here.
That's the shit. Who's that teeth? Here, father.
Thank you. I owe you my life. Those bounty hunters are going to take me away and kill me. My wife warned me not to take a loan from Davik. Now I can't pay him back. It's not good to owe a crime lord money. He'll just keep sending more bounty hunters after me till I'm dead.
Are you joking? We don't need this guy's credits. Just go on. We were happy to help.
I'm getting out of here before any more of Davik's goons show up. You should do the same.
Greetings and good day. On behalf of the new Sith rulers, I am programmed to encourage you to enjoy your stay on Taris. I am a protocol droid programmed to provide information to everyone on Taris, citizens and visitors alike. Is there something I can do to serve you? The Sith are the new authority here on Taris. They seek to preserve the customs of our world, also I am told. More than this I cannot say. May I be of any further service to you? I am afraid that is impossible. Taris is currently under a planet-wide quarantine. The Sith are allowing no one to arrive or leave, except on official Sith business. May I be of any further service to you? The Taris Tourism Board has issued a strong warning to all visitors to avoid the lower city. It is a violent and dangerous place you would do well to avoid. May I be of any further service to you? Then if you will excuse me.
I wonder if any of those Republic space pods survived crash landing in the Undercity.
something to see here. Where did you hide those Sith uniforms? Did you sell them to the Teresian underground? Start talking. I want answers.
She offered to. She enjoyed it out. And really good. And she began Voluvia. And now for the Dufta.
You're a little too curious for your own good, civilian. This doesn't concern you.
I know all about Sith interrogations. This isn't going to end well.
I'm getting sick of your lies, you alien scum. We've got your ugly mug and a security tape from the base. Start talking before I splatter your slimy brains all over this room. Uh-oh. I think the commander's losing his temper. I'm glad I'm out of here. It took me an hour to clean the bloodstains from my uniform after the last interrogation. Smart move. This is your last chance. Where did you hide those? Get in here. Search the room. I know those uniforms are in here somewhere. What do you want, civilian? Do you have any info? You're awfully curious about this. Maybe... a threat? I knew you...
Ready?
Stay out of the lower city. That place is... I wonder if Antares used to be a nice place before the Sith showed up and started bossing us around.
I see from your appearance that you are an off-worlder. Still, you're welcome here. I'll not have it said that Selkaforan refused to help somebody just because they weren't a citizen of Taris. Do you require healing or medical supplies? I can treat almost any injury or ailment right here at the medical facility. Except the rat ghoul disease, of course. The terrible affliction has plagued Taris for many generations. It is spread by the rat ghouls, horrible monsters that live in the Undercity below Taris's great skyscrapers. Prolonged exposure to the Undercity breeds the disease, and those infected will eventually mutate into rat ghouls themselves, becoming mindless beasts that feed on the flesh of others. I am quite busy maintaining... I don't know much, but I'll tell you what I can. Do you want to know about Upper Taris, or are you more interested in Lower Taris and the Undercity? The Lower City has been overrun by swoop gangs and thugs. If you don't get attacked by one of the swoop gangs, you'll probably end up beaten and robbed by one of Davik's thugs. Soon it will be as bad as the Undercity. The Undercity is a wasteland, crawling with flesh-eating mutants called rat ghouls. Goodbye, and good health to you. If you ever need any medical...
Can't you see I'm busy with my duties?
elevator is off limits. Only Sith patrols and those with proper authorization are allowed into the lower city. It's obvious from the way you're dressed that you're not one of the Sith patrols, so unless you have the authorization papers, you must move along. If you were supposed to have them, you'd know where to get them. Now quit wasting my time and move along. I'm not here to give you information. I work for the Sith, not the Taris Tourist Board. Now just move along, unless you have the proper authorization.
The evil walks among us. The enemy is here. We must act now before we are overrun. Friends and fellow humans, I bring you a warning. A warning of a great plague spreading across our planet. Please, listen to me. My name is Gorton Kolu. Will you join my cause? We must band together if we are to stop the spread of vermin and scum throughout Taris. I am speaking of the hideous-looking aliens who walk the world of Taris. The Wookiees and Ithorians and Rhodians and Bith, all of them! Listen, friend, for these are dark times. That is why I, Gorton Kolu, have formed the Anti-Alien League. The time has come for action. We cannot sit idly by while aliens blight our glorious planet. Yes, my fellow human, you have seen the light. Gorton Kolu has marked your face. I will remember you when the time to destroy the aliens and the alien lovers is upon us. For now, stay vigilant. Be ready. Trust no one. I will find you when the day of reckoning is upon us, and together we will rid beautiful Taris of these alien species. The plague spreads through our streets. We cannot sit on.
Tommy's just walking around the upper city.
Shouldn't you guys the Lord says you belong, Slummy?
Oh, this is rich. Yeah, like he said, these streets are for upper city citizens. You better get out of the way if you know what's good for you.
Come on, fellas. This Slummy ain't worth the bother.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Maybe next time, Slummy. Come on, fellas, let's go.
Tong haitwam chichi lumpa. Ita poe tikito. Tolpa da ponqualeo gando na chuch. Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Chi gratulo da pograshi onion compa chin tomo mochuba. Loda nita kun. Ita patisopta kum justach miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita botunga. Tolbabank waleo ganda naru.
And I can tell you from experience that they aren't any good at all against a simple vibroblade. That's why the Republic has been training soldiers in hand-to-hand and melee combat.
Kachikun itong... Tag, bis tu ponko kokibakpaka. Ting palachiska mule, tunarana, nu prata, tunko sicha, tuma wamama tu. Chanchak pulara, umrao chiska duchi. On chubanjiska yanki, titoke gratun kunchi. Witam boragatong, mulira asyang turong ni na potata tuangachun tize. Igrut. Ci gratulo da pograshi oniu kompa cintomo muchuba. Loda nita kun, ita patisa batua kachatutong. Bagrasha kon tijaka Chubakaha chopa chawachmish yunku. Jodo jid muchushak pakat. Kiyeno no namapaole rachikun. Achuta. Ikukuno no bata kung justa runda di hotonga. Achuta.
And now for the Lufra. He enjoyed it out.
Another patrol. You better watch yourself.
Karatumpa kunpayi. Ichuta. Yun patisa. Kipona Kavatumpa.
Sure. How'd you like?
What? Yes. Yes. What?
Go away.
Chiska Nichu, Kimba Mulira Twanaji, Kimba no Kumixat.
Kipona Kavatumpa Kurpayiya Mokapata.
One.
Oscar, Chiska Nichu, Tahubabo.
Kipuna Kavatumpa Kupalia Mukapata. Chiyokaku tumpa kupelea.
2.
Chiyokaku! Kimba muli ratwana ji! Kuyami juski chikanai!
Uno! Rananu prata dongol shirkasha!
3. Go away. 1, 2. Smart.
I can't wait for the big swoop race.
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like Bantha Poodoo.
Kuyami juski chikanai! Tong batoga smaktilia! Abit yubong kum...
Who you calling little girl, Chuba Face?
Ubabatu konchi! Jiskadasoki kupa bonana...
Just a sec, boys. Zalbar, a little help here? I need you to rip the legs off some insects. Quit complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here.
Chiyokaku! Kimba muli ratwana ji! Kuyami juski chikanai! Ubabaska dwan...
You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my furry friend, I suggest you greenies hop on out of here.
Yobasa! Kimba muli ratwana...
Say, I don't recognize you, and I know pretty much everyone in the lower city. You must be new down here. I guess that makes me and Big Z your official welcoming committee. It's not that strange. Most aliens can speak basic, they just prefer to use their own language. But I grew up here on Terra, so I just sort of got used to speaking the native tongue.
You showed a lot of guts dealing with those Vulkars, kid. You got a name?
My name's Mission Veo, and this big Wookiee is my best friend Zalbar. I'd offer to give you a tour, but the streets down here aren't safe. But if there's anything else you need... We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still, you seem like an odd pair.
When I met up with Zalbar, it seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could look out for each other. With my street smarts and his muscle, we make a great team. Well, you came to the right person. If you want info on Lower Terrace, I'm the one to talk to. Davik, the Lower City gangs. I even got the scoop on that bounty hunter, Calo Nord. Davik's part of the Intergalactic Crime Syndicate, but I guess everyone knows that. But I hear he's got a new ship for his smuggling operations, the Ebon Hawk. I don't know much about space travel, but I hear that ship's fast enough to break the Sith blockade. Of course, this is all just secondhand rumor.
Where would he keep it, do you know?
If Davik does have a ship, he's got it locked up in his estate. Nobody gets in there, except the people working for Davik and the Exchange. Calo Nord's one of the most famous bounty hunters in the galaxy. He's killed more people than the Iridian Plague. I've seen him kill people just for trying to talk to him. He hangs around Zack's bounty office, but I don't think he's looking for work there. All the postings there are small time, way beneath a bounty hunter of his caliber. I figure Calo's been hired by Davik to do a special job for the Exchange. I'd wager 1,000 credits that as soon as the quarantine ends, he'll be getting off this rock. There's only two gangs worth worrying about here in the lower city. The Black Vulkars and the Hidden Becks. Sometimes Zalbar and I hang out at the Beck base. The Becks are led by Gadden Beck. He's a good guy. Lost his sight in a swoop bike accident a few years ago, but even blind, he's a great leader. Not like that traitor Brezhik. Before he took over the Vulkars, he was a Hidden Beck. Gadden considered that ungrateful space slug his adopted son. When Gadden went blind, everyone figured he'd step down and appoint Brezhik in his place. But Gadden figured Brezhik wasn't ready yet. He wanted him to wait a few years, but Brezhik was too impatient. He left to join the Volkers, and ever since, he's been waging a war to wipe Gadden and his Beks from the face of Taris. This gang war in the lower city is totally the Volkers' fault. They're the ones killing everything that moves out on the streets. It's like they've gone insane. When Gadden went blind, Brezhik was too. This gang war in the... You going? Yeah, this dive is pretty boring. No action around here. Come on, Big Z, let's go. Can't you think about something besides your stomach for 5 minutes? Come on. We'll go see if there's anything good to eat at the Bek base.
Uchua Penki, Tong Itwamaji, Human Act Ikatune. Tong Itwamaji, Human Act Ikatune. Choy Muri ba tong Akat Intutune. Chino Muchas Kronki to Patslimo. Chi Itakanki Chana Kilikon. Ciao Baso. Uba baska dwana chichopa muska, imba nikcha lora gun, iyucha chiska. Imba no kunik lota, patisa. Kakincha.
Mucho shakapaka. Yuki kun no ba mula draki chichon.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. I don't normally go for these alien girls, but I've had some bad experiences with my own species lately. Maybe it's time for a change. Know what I mean? I don't like the tone of your voice. I work for Davik Kang. I'm used to people treating me with respect. I don't have to take this abuse from you. I came here to relax. Shove off and find someone else to bother. I want to watch the dancing girls.
What?
Yes?
Kawanabota ayuat, tagwa kankibora. Topata munkwalia gandona nago chutut. Raboda ni unkisnak toga. Tukning na kongkung na murira rabes. Wanakun bes.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it. Ready.
What?
You asked for this! Down you go!
Yes? Yes?
Ready? What?
Hey, you can't just walk in here. This is the hidden back base. How do I know you're not a Vulcan spy sent to kill Gadon Thek? Maybe so. But this door is locked, and it's going to stay that way until I'm satisfied you're no threat to Gadon or the hidden backs. A lot of people want to go inside and speak to Gadon. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the Hidden Beck's open-door policy are gone. Between the Sith conquest and the Vulcan gang war, Gadon has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now. My loyalty's not for sale. I've been with the Hidden Becks for years, and I'm not going to desert Gaddon now just because... Well, we do need all the help we can get. And you don't look like you're with the Vultures or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gaddon in the heart of his own base. Not with Zedra watching his back. Go in and speak to Gaddon if you want. Just remember to be on your best behavior. The Hidden Becks are watching you.
Hey guys, if you made it to the end of the video, you are a true legend and I appreciate you so much. Since you're here, check out these awesome videos on screen, and if you haven't already, just click my logo to subscribe. Bless up and take care.